We live in a state of inescapable noise, a world where constant connection creates a feedback loop of social validation mistaken for actual progress. This creates a unique modern tension. You can maintain a massive following and receive messages around the clock, yet still find yourself feeling hollow and disconnected from your own soul. Loneliness identifies a painful deficit. It is the crushing sense that nobody is standing with you. Solitude acts as a purposeful, active state. It provides the necessary environment for you to finally meet yourself and discover who you were intended to be. Without intentional distance, the world fills that void for you. Friends, family, and strangers offer constant instructions for your life, eventually drowning out your own. This lack of silence carries a heavy cost. Many people spend decades building a life based on someone else's standards, achieving visible success while remaining empty because they lost contact with themselves along the way. Intentional solitude serves as the first step toward reclaiming ownership of your mind. It is a strategic return to center rather than a retreat from responsibility. An overwhelmed mind functions like a glass of muddy water. As long as it remains agitated by external inputs, your thinking remains clouded. When you remove agitation, the settlement settles and clarity returns. In total silence, your brain processes what you've learned and recognizes ignored strategies. This independent thought alters decisions, dictating daily actions that build your future direction. Rohn warned that without spending time leading yourself in the morning, you'll spend the rest of the day being led by everyone else. Most people don't need more motivational information. They need the strategic silence required to act on the information they already possess. Every transformation story begins in private. An athlete training at dawn or an artist practicing alone. Growth happens before the world notices. This timeline represents the compound effect. The long, flat period is where uncelebrated actions repeat consistently over years. Like a bamboo tree, the visible spike in success appears only after the foundation is complete. People see the harvest, not the planting. Isolation is a state of weakness driven by fear. Solitude is a state of strength driven by self-discovery and the pursuit of discipline. Modern culture celebrates the public victory, but those victories are almost always the result of years spent working in silence. Pain and failure are unavoidable parts of the human experience. However, the suffering caused by long-term, unnecessary regret is entirely optional. Regret describes the moment you meet the person you could have become and realize you never gave them a chance to exist. Sitting alone with your thoughts makes your excuses harder to believe. You are forced to notice the patterns of blame you've used to explain your circumstances. Accepting extreme personal ownership provides the leverage needed to dictate your own direction. It shifts you from a victim creating explanations to a builder creating a future. As Rohn taught, your life improves only when your standards improve. The character you build when nobody is watching determines your ultimate destiny. Who you are in the quiet moments defines the quality of everything you do in the spotlight. Project yourself 10 years into the future. Imagine standing face to face with the person you became based on the habits you are building today. Will that future version of you thank you for having the courage to walk alone? Or will they ask what happened to the promises you made to yourself? You don't need perfect confidence to start. You only need the courage to make one intentional choice in the silence of today. Your legacy exists in the character you forged during those quiet moments, far outweighing any material accumulation. Your greatest growth is still waiting to be discovered in the silence.